Today we're diving into 28 years later, The Bone Temple, the intense 2026 sequel that's more than just a zombie movie. It reflects the cracks in our world. Why now, in February 2026? Because we're still feeling the pandemic's impact. Social media echo chambers spreading anger, political divides breaking communities, and heated debates over how we remember those we've lost. From viral COVID memorials to fights over historical monuments and the support of orange-colored monstrosities. This film comes out at a time when real-life rage seems to be everywhere, from online cancel culture battles to populist movements twisting traditions. Plus, its controversial references to real abusers are sparking talks about who we choose to idolize. Stick with us as we explore the deeper meanings, recap the story, and link it to some chilling real-world issues. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. First off, let's set the stage. The Bone Temple is the fourth entry in the 28 Days Later franchise, directed by the brilliant Nia DaCosta and penned by Alex Garland. Shot back-to-back with 28 years later in 2025, it's set in a post-apocalyptic Britain ravaged by the rage virus. You know, the one that turns people into feral, bloodthirsty infected. But this isn't just about survival. It's a deep dive into what happens when humanity's worst impulses take over in isolation. The film's deeper meanings are complex. At its heart, it looks at the contagion of rage and not just the virus itself, but how anger, prejudice, and division spread like a disease in society. It's a metaphor for real issues like the divides from Brexit or the global rise of populist anger. Then there's the danger of tradition, how strict religious or cultural beliefs can become tools of control when twisted by trauma or power-hungry leaders. The Bone Temple itself is a chilling ossuary made from the skulls and bones of the dead, symbolizing memento mori, a reminder that death comes for everyone. But it also represents compassion, honoring the ones we have lost with dignity amid chaos. Overall, the story calls for empathy, openness, and human connection to break free from fear-driven echo chambers before we destroy ourselves. It also uses art and pop culture to show how we can either heal or divide, urging us to learn from history rather than repeat it. The characters really bring these themes to life in a dynamic, sensitive, and often brutal fashion. The main villain, Sir Lord Jimmy Crystal, played brilliantly by Jack O'Connell, is modeled after Jimmy Savile, the notorious British TV host exposed after his death in 2012 as a serial abuser. In the film, Crystal and his cult mimic Savile's style: bright tracksuits, flashy gold jewelry, catchphrases, and long blonde hair. But here's the real catch. In this alternate timeline, the apocalypse happens in the early 2000s, before Savile's crimes were public. So Crystal idolizes the beloved public image from his childhood, only to become the hidden monster that we now know about in real life. Director Danny Boyle and O'Connell have said this is a comment on selective memory, how charm can hide evil, and why society often overlooks warning signs in our heroes. In the movie, Jimmy Crystal's dad was a zealous preacher whose family was shredded by the infected twisting Jimmy's faith into a satanic cult. He flips his father's gold crucifix upside down, evoking blasphemy, calls himself the heir to Old Nick, meaning Satan, and poses as an inverted Jesus who unleashes sin instead of forgiving it. His gang's rituals mix faith with sadistic combat and torture, critiquing how pain corrupts spirituality into domination. On the flip side, Dr. Ian Kelson, Ralph Fiennes in a powerhouse role, builds the Bone Temple as a secular church for honoring the dead with grace and forgiveness, clashing atheism against dogmatic violence. Biblical nods like Revelation's end-of-times prophecies tie into the infected's apocalyptic worldview.
You alone!
I'm called Ian.
Ian?
Ah, the fingers of my...
My only son.
Let's quickly recap the movie without giving away major spoilers. If you haven't seen it yet, we recommend pausing to watch it first. The story follows young Spike, played by Alfie Williams, a survivor who gets drawn into Jimmy Crystal's violent gang. It's about Spike being inducted into this twisted family in the ruins of a world long gone, and a family unit only hinted at in fleeting moments. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Dr. Kelson is searching for a breakthrough about the infected that could change the world's power balance. The film contrasts intense action, rage-fueled chases, and brutal fights with quieter, reflective scenes in the Bone Temple, where characters confront their humanity. Spike's journey is about choosing empathy over rage, while Crystal's cult shows society falling back into barbarism. It's bloody and thought-provoking, and it ends with a monumentous scene that brings to the forefront a question about redemption versus extinction. The film's release couldn't be more timely. As we're still recovering from the pandemic, 2026 has seen heated debates about AI rage algorithms making divisions worse, so this hits hard. And the Savile-inspired controversy? Fans dressing as Crystal at screenings sparked conversations about cultural sensitivity and the ethics of using real abusers in fiction, especially outside the UK, where Savile isn't as well known. Let's connect this to something even darker. Why the Bone Temple feels like a reflection of the horrors revealed in the notorious files in the news headlines this very day. Jeffrey Epstein, the financier whose abusive trafficking ring exploited countless minors, protected by powerful connections, had his files unsealed over the years, exposing a web of abuse hidden behind charm and wealth. Like Savile, Epstein was a respected figure whose terrible crimes were ignored for decades. Crystal's idolization of Savile shows how society often elevates these monsters while ignoring their victims. The film's themes of unchecked power, corrupted traditions, and rage as a social virus echo the Epstein story. How elite groups protect abusers and turn influence into exploitation. In 2026, with more Epstein documentaries revealing new names, it's a strong reminder that we need to demand accountability, build empathy, and break down the echo chambers that let these horrors grow. The Bone Temple isn't just a movie, it's a warning. If we ignore the warning signs in our idols, we risk our own downfall. What do you think? Does this movie hit too close to home, or is it a powerful commentary? Share your thoughts in the comments, like if you agree it's relevant today, and subscribe for more deep dives. Thanks for watching.